To keep being miserable, coming home at 6:30 and waking up at 5 a.m. every day for not seeing my cat. She's most of the time. I'm just really tired and burnt out. Being an independent woman does not always pay off the way that you want it to.
God, I don't know. Like, how do you have time for, like, dating? Like, I don't have time for anything, and I'm, like, so stressed out.
Tired of being a strong, independent woman. I'm tired.
And frankly, if you're young and you have your whole future ahead of you, then you do not need a man like that.
Welcome back to More to Life. Before we get into this video, like, comment, subscribe. Also, click that notification bell just to make sure you get on my videos as soon as you release them. All right, guys, let's get right into this.
I think I have just lost the one person that I've prayed for. Like, all because of my self-sabotaging tendencies. Because God forbid, I actually accept good things that are happening to me because I'm so used to it being a mess. I'm so used to it being toxic. And here I am in the face of a non-toxic situation, in the face of a God-fearing man, in the face of a family man, an amazing person. And I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing. And I think I've just lost. I think I just lost the opportunity to experience something I've never experienced before.
I think you have, because the whole time you're talking, I'm looking right in the back of you. And if you could see, guys, look right in the back of her. You see a baby seat. And yeah, you're young. You have time. But looking at that baby seat, you probably lost your last opportunity. And now it may be too late. Yes, it may finally be too late because that may be the one guy that's going to give you a chance with the baby. I'm just being real. I call it like I see it. This is what I see. She's a living wreck. She probably sits at home and cries alone. I can see it now. I can see it crying alone. This baby's driving me crazy. This guy probably was willing to help. Probably willing to go all out for her. But she rejected him because he was nice. Good on you when you can't find nobody else.
I came home and I just screamed my lungs out because the more processes I put in place, the more things I explain to people, the more training I do, the less it works. The more shit I do, the less it works. At work, in corporate, in my personal life too. And I don't understand what am I supposed to do differently now? What is it? What am I missing? I'm eating healthy, I'm drinking water, I'm taking vitamins for God's sake, I'm staying sober, which a glass of wine right now probably would have been a good idea. To keep being miserable, coming home at 6:30 and waking up at 5 a.m. every day for not seeing my cat. She's most of the time
Kids! You know, I love them.
mad at me because I'm not home, not having any friends, not having a boyfriend.
That's not my problem.
What is all of this for? For them to tell me, oh, work with me? I am working with you. I will be working with you. Because what? Because I have A, no choice, and B, I love what I do. But I would really appreciate if people cooperated. And I was this close from becoming this atomic bomb that just burns everything around me. Miles and miles and miles. I need one thing to go right for me. One. I need for all of this effort to be reflected somewhere, and it's not, and it's driving me nuts. I know life comes from you and not at you. But I'm very much about to come at life. Because what the actual... Can something go my way? Can I not have these questions where you're not posting happy content on TikTok? Because I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm just really tired and burnt out. And this is how burnt out and corporate, being single, living alone, and doing everything on your own looks like.
You're the strong, independent woman.
Being an independent woman does not always pay off the way that you want it to.
I just moved 2 freaking states. And just wanted to say to people who drive cars who aren't aware of people driving trailers, it's really hard. You need to get the out of the way, and you need to like just be more mindful of the people around you and stop being in such a hurry to get where you're going, because you're all gonna get there, and whether you're held up for a few seconds, like, it doesn't make up for like the mental toll that it takes on the people who aren't in a car. And like I will be the first to admit that I used to be that person who would literally try my hardest to get around that U-Haul so I could get around the truck first, because the U-Haul's slow too, but never again. After this experience, no. Also, I've had my saved by truckers, so if you have a chance, go thank a trucker, because they're amazing.
I quit at being independent. I don't want to do it anymore. This is draining. I'm so ready to have a man come into my life and take care of me.
It's too late. It's too late.
My tires popped. 2 of my tires popped. And I'm sitting in my car because I don't know what the fuck to do. Obviously, I know what the fuck to do, but I don't want to do that anymore. Like, I'm ready to have someone come into my life and take care of me. This is so fucking draining. This independent life, like, I don't want to do that anymore. I quit because every time something happens, I always have to figure it out on my own. And I don't want to do shit anymore. Ya. Y ya renuncio, ya no quiero ser independiente, ya. I want to be spoiled and taken care of. Because I shouldn't have to be stressing about this. I'm tired.
I gotta tell y'all, the whole time they were complaining. You see that laughing emoji, that crying laughing emoji? I'm laughing just like that. I'm like, with a teardrop. Not because I'm a pest, but because it's supposed to be a different way. I'm not trying to say you claim all the patriarchy. Listen, the patriarchy sets you up to do that. You all fell for it. You fell for what the government intended. Create more tax dollars. You're out there working hard and you feel it now. I gotta be honest. I remember I reacted to a video one time and she said, whose idea was it to be a strong, independent woman? You all are feeling it. You're not meant to be a strong, independent woman. It's hard. It's hard, breaking work that you're meant to depend on. Naturally, you're meant to depend on a stronger individual. A stronger individual is supposed to take the brunt, supposed to take all of that pain for you. It's supposed to lighten your load, and you lighten his load, but you don't want it, so I don't feel sorry for you.
I'm going to volunteer as tribute to offer how emotional unavailability shows up in us as women. When we have a fear of letting people in because we have a fear of people letting us down once we let them in, I believe that that is a form of being emotionally unavailable. That fear in us actually creates a wall that we believe is protecting us from getting hurt, but actually is keeping people out and at a distance. And take it from me, I know that we have that guard up because we think that it's protecting us, but in actuality, it's keeping people so far away that they don't even get the chance to get close to us or even form any type of connection with us because of that guard. And I realized that if I want to actually bring in that love in my life, I have to be okay with what comes with that. And the fact that I can't control the outcome, I can just participate in the experience and allow myself to be guided by my discernment. And that's why people say time and time again, you gotta remind yourself that it is safe to be loved. whether that's romantically, interpersonally, or even when it comes to your friends and the people around you. It is safe for people to know you and to love you, and you have to know that.
Yes, everything you said is right, but are most of you ready though? Most of you aren't ready. You're probably not ready. I'm sure I look through your TikTok, I'm going to see a bunch of nonsense or a bunch of targeting, most likely targeting men. Maybe she changed. Maybe others who watching it, actually, nah. What am I saying? They're not taking heed to that. They're not. Because they're looking at you saying, you pick me. Serious, you pick me. How dare you say that to these men? I'm not going to be emotionally available at all. These men need to take me here and give me this and give me that. Give me, give me, give me, give me. No money. I have no money. I don't plan on working. Give me.
All you care about is money.
That's not happening.
I know I'm probably just being so dramatic and annoying, but this is my first job, like my first 9-to-5 job after college, and I'm in person, and I'm commuting in the city, and it takes me forever to get there. There's no way I'm gonna be able to afford living in the city right now, so that's off the table. Like, fuck if I was able to walk to work and it'd be fine, but I'm not. So it literally takes me, like, I leave here, like, I get on the train at 7:30 and I don't get home till like 6:15 earliest, and then like I don't have time to do anything. I want to shower, eat my dinner, and go to sleep. I don't have time or energy to cook my dinner either. Like, I don't have energy to work out. Like, that's out the window. Like, I'm so upset. Oh my god. Nothing to do with my job at all, but just like the 9-to-5 schedule in general is crazy. Being in the office 9 to 5, like if it was remote, you get off at 5 and you're home and everything's fine. But like I'm not home. It takes me long to get home, and like people that drive to the office, like you don't get off at 5. And I know it could be worse. I know I could be working longer, but like I literally get off, it's pitch black. Like, I don't have energy. How do you have friends? Like, how do you have time to, like, meet, like, a guy? I don't know. Like, how do you have time for, like, dating? Like, I don't have time for anything, and I'm, like, so stressed out. And I'm also getting my period, so that's why I'm all emotional. But, like, am I so dramatic? It's fine.
No, it's not because you're getting your period. They like to run into I'm getting my period. I'm emotional. That's why I flipped that. No, that was you. You can feel the cramps and things like that, but you're old enough not to let your period still affect you. Yeah, you can be a little bit moody, but to be snapping off at dudes, no, or be snapping off on TikTok, no. That's you. Seriously, that's you. You're feeling tired. You are. You're tired. You're finished. Most of you are finished. You want to say, I want to change it now. But you can't give the reins to someone. You have to give the reins. Yes, they're saying you work, get a 9 to 5, be independent, make your own money. But you want to give it all up. That's why you feel like that. You have a yearning inside of you. No, they do. They don't realize they have. I feel like this, right? Most of you have natural mother instincts, and you don't know that's what you're yearning for, but you keep rejecting it. Seriously, like more things, do this, do that, hide those mother instinct. That's what feminism is. It taught you to hide those mother instincts and to become a man. And you're crying because you're not meant to be a man.
I couldn't agree more.
They don't know.
Just wanted to find out if I'm the only girlie that is going through a season where they are tired of strength, tired of being a strong woman, tired of being an understanding woman, tired of being brought lessons. Just generally, that is all 2024 has been, and I would like ease, I would like rest, I would like assistance, but it just doesn't seem to be happening, and I am tired.
For my new single life checklist.
I'm tired of being a strong, independent woman. I'm tired.
I'll say this. You have time. if you haven't racked up a bunch of bodies. Because if you racked up a bunch of bodies, you don't have time. Your time is finished. But say maybe I'll give you the benefit of the doubt. Say maybe if you've been with 5 guys or 6 guys, 5 to 10, right? Actually, I think I'm wrong, because when you go over 10, then your chances are less likely to pair bond. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think it's around that number 5 to 9. Yes, if it's at that number, you'll probably be fine. And I know some people are watching going, Jay, you stating statistics, but they're true. That's why I'm stating them. It's true. And you were taught by others. Actually, I said like this. Do you see the woman that was crying that said independent modern woman regretting life choices? She was taught by a woman from her era. Be strong, be independent. And she can't handle it. So you're just reflecting that now, but you probably you set an expiration date that you're already at. That's a sad thing. A lot of you have set expiration dates at 16, 17 years old. Modern woman, done.
Oh, absolutely.
Women dominate sports that have to do with leg strength or flexibility.
Like soccer?
Yeah, actually.
So, just to correct this, remember to make sure that we're on the same page. Females have a higher proportion in lean mass in their lower limbs, so they have stronger limbs by 0.1%. Men still have a significant amount of muscle strength difference in their legs than women.
Women are stronger in some aspects physically than men are, and men are stronger in some aspects more physically than women are.
No, you're wrong. You're not stronger than us. Not one bit. Not one bit. You're not mentally stronger, physically stronger. You're meant for like long endurance sports. Yes, but men still will win in those too, because we're just bigger, we're just faster, we're stronger. Listen, this has to stop. It does. You're thinking you're stronger. Like, I'll give a breakdown. I say, let's take the WNBA, right? If they were dunking, they would get tons of more money. So many people state that over and over. You had people like Shaquille O'Neal stated, many guys stated, I have stated it. It's boring. You're not that coordinated, so you miss a lot of passes. You shoot a lot of air balls and you shoot free throws. Some of you are good, but most of you, you're not coordinated. It's not the same as men. Listen, I'm not trying to make you feel down. That's just not what I'm trying to do. This video is not make women feel down. It's a realization. It's to help you realize, because men already know. I'm preaching to the choir, but it's hopefully for maybe you can see a video like this and say, I need to take heed and listen, because we're not stronger.
So I will tell you why I never really advocate for women to build with a man. Actually, I don't necessarily advocate that women must only marry wealthy. Don't get me wrong, we love provider men over here. But I generally advocate for women never to put themselves in a situation where they are worse.
Let me read this really quickly. We marry, we poor, we make money. In a normal world, you grow with the money and your husband's success. Why don't you tell women to look for ambition rather than wealth? A poor man with backbone.
Off financially because they are relying solely on a man, and should anything happen, should he leave, should he die, whatever, she should still be good. Like, she should still be able to look after herself. And what often happens when particularly young women tie themselves to a man to build with him, they're not building themselves up, they're only building him up. Too often when they are in that situation, they are making decisions based on what is good for us, aka what is good for him, not what is good for me. They very often make sacrifices in their studies and their own careers in order to further the career of their partner or husband. And then sadly, too often, the men, once they are at the level that they would like to be, they leave because that woman that they were with, who was helping them build, is not actually their dream woman. They
makes up stories to encourage clickbait.
They never thought she was their dream woman. And they were just happy that she wanted to split the rent with him and cook for him and clean for him and generally make his life easier. But he never had any intentions of marrying her or having a future with her. And he probably doesn't think that there's anything wrong with that because he was like, oh, well, you know, we were young and, you know, I didn't ask her to do all of those things. She didn't have to, right? And it is those same men who also dismiss the level at which that support that the women.
You're speaking about a low percentage of men. See, men usually, now you're talking about maybe a music artist or somebody, like say for instance, a woman stays with a music artist while he's coming up. He most likely will leave. But a regular guy on my end of the spectrum or a regular man, right, who does regular things, he most likely isn't leaving because a woman builds with me. Why would I leave? She helped me become who I am today. I'm staying. Those are the kind of women that stay married. Those are the kind of women that stay married that you should want to be like, that younger girls should look up to, right? Those are the kinds that create Bill Gates or Jeff Bezos. Because everybody, it's one point where maybe they weren't rich and you can help build. And actually, when you get divorced, you help build it, so you deserve it, right? And my wife divorced me right now, and I had a couple of millions of dollars, and she helped me make it. I'll be honest, I wouldn't mind giving her some money. I'm gonna feel bad if I don't give her some money, seriously. But when you're not helping the man build, and that's what's happening to guys. Guys get that prenup because they're not helping you build, and they're just taking 50%, and she didn't help do nothing.
And provided them actually helped them achieve success. They often attribute it only to their hard work, and they don't see how having her with them in their lives, supporting them in the background, actually really helped them. So what I would recommend young women do instead is if they meet a man, let's say you're studying at university, and they think, oh, he's got potential. Let's say, I don't know, he's in medical school or law school or something like that. Absolutely date him, be in a relationship with him, but never build with him.
Not listening. Not listening.
He can build himself, okay? Men are capable, they are intelligent, they can do anything they want to do. They don't need you to help them. What does that look like? Well, you do not need to live with him, you know. You do not need to be paying half his rent. You do not need to be doing his laundry, cooking his meals, tidying his place, picking up after him, and providing him with emotional support at the end of the day because he's tired and he's stressed. Instead, live on your own, focus on your own studies, and reserve your energy for building yourself up. If this man thinks that you are his dream woman, he will want to build for you. He will not want you to build for him. If he only wants you...
Oh, no. She just said a man is in law school. Don't... That's when you should be building with the man. He's in law school or he's going to be a doctor. It's not guaranteed, but it's almost guaranteed. Like he's doing a career he's going to make money in, not situational studies. If this happens or that happens, I'm just throwing something out there. That's the kind of degrees they get. And I'm just stating it. You just named men that are almost guaranteed. So why would you not build with that kind of man? This lady's lost.
Stupid are you? So stupid. I'm such a...
If you're willing to live with him and make his life easier, then that tells you everything you need to know about how he feels about you. He doesn't actually like you. He just thinks about how you can benefit him. And frankly, if you're young and you have your whole future ahead of you, then you do not need a man like that.
So what's your plan? Get old? Die alone?
Just save all your energy for you. Build your own life. If he loves you and
See, because most guys, right? I'll tell you this. Most, because you said they don't have children. A lot of guys that don't have children, say if they're my age, around 40, they're focused. They're focused. They didn't let a woman take them down, right? With their nonsense. Because that's all you're dealing with is nonsense nowadays. And that's across the board. You give anyone nowadays, you'll think she's good, and they're going to find out, oh man, another one. Oh, another one. And now you got 3 kids with her. So, of course, a guy's going to get a younger woman if he's 40 because he saved himself. He worked on himself. But not every man goes to club. Like, she's categorizing and throwing guys into a box because they were, what, responsible? Because they didn't have children? That's what she's doing.
thinks you are his dream woman, then he will build himself for you and will reach a level that he thinks is acceptable to be able to actually provide for you. If he's not that man for you, he'll probably be that man for someone else. So let him go find someone that he feels that way about, and you go find a man who actually feels that way about you. But that's just my opinion.
Yes. They don't see it. Yes, it is. Because you just watched a whole bunch of future cat ladies do the whole video. It is worse. It's an epidemic of cat ladies. Listen, I don't want this for y'all. I hate to see it. I don't want to see a bunch of cat ladies, but that's what you all turned yourselves into. And I named why, and I stated why in the entire video. The other one woman still had a young looking face. What did I say? If she gets more than 9 bodies, maybe she has 20, 30, 40. You know how it is nowadays, man. And you don't know what these women are racking up. Seriously, I'm not trying to say not to deal with anyone, but you got to deal with them and be cautious because she probably can't prep on. And that's the problem. And then she's going to be mean to a guy or going to treat him like a jerk, or she's going to have a baby and then reject a nice guy. Or she's going to be a 40-year-old career woman and think she's too good when she's the one who's desperate. It's wild. And most of them are going to keep going through a hard situation. It's sad to see them going through it and later in life, but it's going to happen because more of you need to realize it's definitely more to life than keeping the mind state that you have.
We are all doomed.